Youth Club for the presidents and students, my host Nita and Akshay, and devotees. We shall look into what is our dharma, what we call as Hindu dharma. I feel though we follow certain religious practices, though we follow certain forms, but we need to look into the vision or the spirit of our dharma. First of all, please understand one difference among all the religions of the world and our dharma. I will use the word dharma, not religion, because dharma doesn't mean religion, though we speak it, but I'll explain it. I have had opportunity to attend many national, international conferences on interfaith. Generally, they address us by saying leaders of the various faith. Ours is the only dharma which is not faith dharma. Our dharma is a knowledge tradition. Though there is a role of faith, what we call Shraddha, but again, the translation of the word Shraddha is not faith. What they mean by faith is altogether different, and what we mean by Shraddha is altogether different. Ours is basically knowledge tradition, and the root, the book, like the Bibles for the Christians or Quran for the Muslims, our Mula Pramanam is Veda. The very word Veda itself means a book of knowledge. Bharat happens to be a country gifted which is a body of knowledge which is there since beginningless of time, Anadi Kalaha, and it is sustained till today through unique Guru Shishya Parampara. There is a tradition of teacher and student. Every generation of teacher grasps the knowledge from their teacher, and they passed on to the student, and the student in turn passed on to his or her student. So there is an unbroken tradition of Guru Shishya Parampara, and that knowledge is there with us. Now you should have two questions, and you can have two questions. First question is knowledge of what? And the second question should be, whatever it may be, I am not interested. I am interested in AI, learning AI. Does our Vedas teach AI? I am interested in learning data analytics. Does Vedas teach data analytics? Or neurophysics or whatever. Or I am interested in neuroscience. It doesn't teach that. Or I am interested in space science, astronomy, which doesn't teach, so I am not interested. Answer to both the question is, there is some knowledge which is relevant to modern era also. That knowledge which was relevant to Ravana and even before, that knowledge which was relevant to Arjuna, which was given by Bhagavan Krishna by the text called Bhagavad Gita, as we know it, and the knowledge that is relevant even today. What is that knowledge? The question should be there. Two aspects of it. Or I can say in one word, if you have to answer what is Hindu Dharma, I would put it this way. Hindu Dharma is a vision of truth. Popularly, people say it is a way of life. But way of life is subservient to the vision of the truth. The way of life in itself doesn't make you Hindu. You become Hindu or you are a Hindu because there is a vision of truth revealed by Vedas. Not only vision of truth, it also gives a view of life, and thereby it reveals the way of life. So primarily it is vision of the truth. You may question, I think I'll get up. I am not able to see the faces. Somebody help me to switch it on. No, it's okay. Hide it. No, here is fine. That's it. I'm fine. It reveals the truth. I'm fine. In a way, you may again ask me, truth of what? Because in a way, truth can be relative also. The truth of all physical objects, as per the law of modern physics, is energy into form of protons and atoms and etc. Truth of chemicals is the chemical log table you study in the school. Similarly, truth of what? Two things it talks about. Since it's a dharma, it says truth of Ishvara, and second part is truth of you, yourself. Obviously, you may feel, I know who am I, you don't need to tell me. Everybody thinks I know who am I. And when they have arguments, they threaten the other person. Do you know who am I? So they think I know who I am. True. In a way, true, but that self-identity, in that self-identity there is something which needs correction, which is, I would say, not a correct identity. Self-identity may differ from person to person, beginning from sexual differences. One may say, I am a man or a woman or a young or old or son of so-and-so, daughter of so-and-so, this is my name, this is my qualification, etc., etc. But one universal fact about the self-identity as of now, obtaining self, though not spelt out, not explicitly said, but always innately felt that I am not happy as I am. That is my self-identity. Whether a man or a woman, whether a son or a daughter, whether a doctor or an engineer or chartered accountant, whatever he or she may be, brother or sister, I am not satisfied with myself as I am. I am not content with myself as I am. Therefore, each one of us carry one I, which is ideal I, that I want to be, that the world should know me to be. And at the same time, I am constantly aware about who am I as of now, actual I. There is one actual I, obtaining I, and there is one ideal I, which I think is a complete I. And the obtaining I is always incomplete, insufficient, unhappy, dukkhi. Any which way I look at myself, physically, emotionally, cognitively, any which way, I am unhappy. When I look at the mirror, there are lots of complaints about my face. There are complaints about my skin color, complaint about the nose, complaint about the eyes, everything I want to improve. That is where the whole cosmetic industry works. Emotionally also dissatisfied, discontent. I am not loved as I should have been. Cognitively also dissatisfied. I am not given respect that I deserve to be given. People don't appreciate my strength, don't appreciate my qualities. They all think otherwise about me. Constant dissatisfaction. When I was a child, also dissatisfied about the toys that I had. Not enough. And a grown-up millionaire is also dissatisfied that I have only 10 million. That is only is always there. Always, in those days in India, there used to be a commercial about Pepsi Cola, which was very nice in a way. They used to say, "Ye dil mange more." Ye dil Hindi, ye dil mange in Hindi, more in English. So anything, everything, ye dil mange more. May it be money, may it be power, may it be name and phone, and if I put in a modern words, may it be X or Facebook followers, but it should be more. Even if it is 1 million, other fellow has 2 million. That fellow has 1.2 million. I have that only comes in 1 million also. There also a dil mange more. Any which way. This is a unique problem of human being. In the process within me, there is a sense, I am no good. I need to be better. Some kind of self-low esteem, self-low image. And sometimes it becomes so intense that you feel I am useless. And you expect others to respect you. That is irony. This is that self-judgment is a unique problem of only and only human being. It has nothing to do with religion. It has nothing to do with nationality. It has nothing to do with the age. It has nothing to do with your possessions, positions, anything. Always insufficiency, some way or other. Always want to be better than what I am. Nothing wrong in it. But then I don't accept myself as I am. I am not satisfied with myself as I am. And that pain is constant within. That is our self-identity. Plus, there is a self-awareness and awareness about others. So there is always a tendency to compare, which is also a human problem. Animals don't have. So much so they don't have any kind of self-awareness also. In America you have pets. In India also it has started. And you know the pedigree of the dog. We say this is Pomeranian, or this is German Shepherd, or this is Alsatian, or Labrador, or Chihuahua, or whatever. But the Chihuahua doesn't say, I am Chihuahua. And German Shepherd doesn't say, I am German Shepherd, I am big one. Nothing. It has no self-identity. The owner of the dog, here there are parlors also for the dogs. Dog itself doesn't want to go to parlor. Owner wants it to take to parlor. There are shows and competitions. And next the newspaper or media gives a picture like Olympiad podium number 1, 2 and 3. And there is a picture, yesterday there was a dog show in the city and Sweetie came first and Shepherd came second and Jackie came third. Next day Sweetie doesn't look at mobile, hey, I am first. And she doesn't forward to other dogs, I am the first one. No self-complex. She doesn't tighten up the tail, I am the best dog in the town, go away. But if the fellow here in Knoxville buys a new Ferrari, he wants to show it off. I am the only one having this model. Buys a Rolls Royce, wants to show off. I am the only one that I have. It doesn't compare itself with others. I still have seen that. Your Bill Gates had a cat. Cat had no complex that I am presidential cat. But presidential White House servants have a complex. I am president's driver. But you are ultimately a driver, not president. That complex is there. And always tendency to compare. And there is always someone somewhere in some area who is better. And that is what all is there is insufficient. But only one is missing. Always. You cannot be the best in every field. The typical human problem that I am insufficient, I am incomplete, therefore I am unhappy, with or without. That solution to that problem is the knowledge that our Veda gives. That is the wisdom of our Bhagavad Gita. Driven by that sense, if you look at your life, If I put it, the biography of any individual is only twofold. To acquire certain things and to get rid of certain things. Acquire the objects, acquire new relationships, acquire new position, and later on give them up also. As we call it in Sanskrit, pravrutti and nivrutti. Only two things. And then ultimately you buy the things and sell it out of garage sale. You yourself brought it, but it is not worth now. You change yourself. Coming back to this, whole life is pravrutti, nivrutti, but never ever I felt permanently satisfied. There were commas and semicolons, but never full stop in life. Look at this. The Vedas reveal this fact. What is the goal of a human life? If I ask you, you may tell everybody has a different goal. Wants to be that, wants to be that, wants to be that, want to go there, etc., etc. But the bottom line, at the end of all pursuit, at the end of all possessions, all connections, all relationship, it is only one and the one thing that you want. If I put this way, you want to see yourself as a happy person. Nobody does anything to become unhappy. Whatever you do or whosoever does it, any human being, as my teacher used to say, anybody having a head over a shoulder, there may not be some stuff inside, less or more, but every human heart yearns to be happy, to be satisfied. Animals are satisfied when their 2 square meals are given, biological urges are fulfilled, security is given, a dog can rest comfortably. These pet dogs always have a tendency to sleep in master bedroom in a king-size bed. Whole day the fellow is relaxing. Gujarati mein hadka kutra ni jam, this fellow keeps running. From morning to evening, the owner of the dog is busy, seeking vacation for relaxation. And that fellow is always relaxed. This is a typical human problem. Change the places also to be happy, content. I often ask people to do this. Let's have this exercise. You answer me. Remember, this is your bottom line of all pursuits, that I want to be happy. If I ask you question, you just give me either answer, to be happy or unhappy, okay? And all of us were, children, toddlers and little grown-up. All of us wanted toys. We wanted to play with the toys to be happy or unhappy. Come on, tell me. Happy, correct? Little grown-up, we wanted to play with our siblings or friends in the street and outside. To be happy or unhappy. Correct? We still grew up, became teenager, went to high schools or university, wanted a modern fashion clothes, especially torn jeans, which cost more than the regular. When we were young, to wear a torn cloth was something looked down upon it. want to wear this particular clothes, want to have this particular hairstyle, want to use this kind of perfumes. To be happy or unhappy? Come on. Come on, boys. You to be happy or unhappy? Happy. Correct? Want an admission in a particular discipline and particular university, Ivy League university. To be happy or unhappy? Happy, correct? You wanted to be happy. Want good marks? To be happy or unhappy? Happy. Want a good job with a lot of money? You want money to be happy or unhappy? Correct? You want few things. Want to buy iPhone, new iPhone and new car, Tesla and blah blah. To be happy or unhappy? Come on. And you want to marry. I am not asking your experience. I am asking about your expectation. Even to have a boyfriend or girlfriend, what kind of person you choose? That person who can make me happy. When there is a breakup, it is only because he or she makes me unhappy. That's the bottom line. Even divorce is to become happy. Am I right? Yes or no? And suicide is also for happiness. Who commits suicide? Happy person? Swamiji, I am very happy. Therefore I am going to commit suicide today. Nobody says so. He says, Swamiji, I am so unhappy. I am in a soup. And I don't know how to handle it. It's too hot for me. Therefore I am committing suicide. Even going to heaven is for what? To be happy. Some of the religions promise something hereafter. They also promise, they give you a rosy goody-goody picture whereby you hope that you will be happy. And the irony is, I would say the fact of the life is, or some of you might have heard the word Maya is this. To be happy, we keep on restructuring the world outside. Restructuring relationship, restructuring our dressing habits, everything. Our Bhagavad Gita and Upanishad gives a knowledge that you need not restructure the world to be happy. You are happiness. You are Ananda. Chidananda Rupaha Shivo. That's why this wisdom is relevant today. May it be an era of AI, and some new thing may come after 10 years, but that self-judgment doesn't change. Self-estimation doesn't change. It reveals the truth about myself. Who am I? If I put it in your jargon, it's $1 billion question. The answer is given by our Shastras, our scriptures, and that discovery makes the life fulfilled. As of now, life is becoming life. To become this so I can be happy. I become this so I can be happy. When you have this knowledge, life is out of happiness, out of fulfillment, out of satisfaction. That is a real success in life. Whole world may tell you you are successful. I should feel that I am successful. People may think, oh, you are great, but the fellow doesn't feel I'm great. The fellow should feel satisfied, yes, I am. That is a success. And that success, how to achieve, is the wisdom of Vedas. Second part of Dharma, please understand. We think Hindu Dharma is only Katha, Ramayana and Mahabharata and Bhagavata, which is not. This wisdom is Hindu Dharma. Wisdom about myself. To discover the truth about myself. And since it is Dharma, I'll touch only two aspects. It's very profound. I can talk for weeks together about the depth and of our Dharma, but let me talk about second aspect. About Ishvara or God. Every religion involved has to have something about God. There again, we are unique. All other religions have a God sitting somewhere up and watching with a CCTV camera who are faithful and who are not faithful, who belongs to us and who doesn't belong to us. Those who are ours will come to heaven, not ours will go to hell. That's all he is doing. The God loves you and God punishes you also. Double message. We also have some Swarga and Naraka and etc. But we have something more about it. For them, this only and only with Hindu Dharma across the world. Therefore, they are called faith religions. And I told you, we are not faith religion, we are knowledge tradition. Even Bhagavan is something to be understood. Someone to be known, not just believed it. And known to what extent? Known as myself, or certain basic thing about Ishvara you should know. When you know that, then you know why we have temples. When you know our vision about Ishvara, you will understand why we have so many gods. Actually not true. There is a popular misconception that Hindus have so many gods. There is a popular misconception that Hindus are idol worshippers. No, we are not. We don't have many. We are the only one who says there is only one. I'll explain. Listen this carefully. Be attentive. It's simple, but you have to be attentive. Every creation presupposes the knowledge. In other words, any creation is manifestation of knowledge, grossification of knowledge. Like even beginning from chapati. It involves knowledge. Unless you have knowledge, you cannot make chapati. Unless you have knowledge, you cannot make this hall. Unless you have knowledge, you cannot make a computer or a mobile. First, there should be knowledge. Then something can be created. Otherwise not. Even to create this chair, you should have knowledge. What is the material, what is the design, how much height, how much width, etc. Everything should be there. So I said knowledge presupposes the creation. One point. Second, understand the second point. Knowledge always rests in a conscious being. This Mike must have heard so many lectures. He doesn't start giving lectures. This podium must have heard so many things. It doesn't hurt the walls also. For the knowledge to rest and express, you require a sentient being. So you cannot say the creator is just a nature, inert nature. Has to have a conscious being. What they call God, but I would use the word Ishvara. That's a proper word. Or we call it Bhagavan. Now the question comes, what is the nature of Bhagavan? Everybody says, all religions say, without understanding. Oh, God is Sarvagna, all-knowing. God is all-powerful, omniscient, omnipotent, Sarvagna, Sarvashaktiman. We also say, but we say out of knowledge. They just believe. Understand why. Why Bhagavan is called Sarvagna? I told you, creation presupposes knowledge. Knowledge rests in a conscious being. Therefore, a creator of a thing should be knower of a thing. In Sanskrit it is said, Yo yat karta saha tat gnah. Like the one who creates something, he should have the knowledge of that thing. Traditional example, now listen. A pot, clay pot. It is called ghata. Ghata karta, the one who created a pot, should have the knowledge how to create a pot. Correct? Am I right or not? Yes? In Sanskrit it is said, Ghata karta, ghata gnah. Gnah means knower. Ghata karta, ghata gnah. This cloth, in Sanskrit, it is called pata. So, the one who creates, manufactures this cloth, pata karta, pata gnah. Correct? Am I right? Yes? Third thing, this hall is called matha. So, matha karta should be what? Matha gnah. Either he himself knows or he hires the skill. You can hire a contractor, hire an architect, hire a structural engineer, they do it, but they should have knowledge. Now you repeat the second half of the sentence. Okay? I will say karta and you say knower. Okay? Tell me, ghata karta, little louder. Come on. Ghata karta, pata karta, matha karta. Now tell me, do you believe that the creator of the pot should have knowledge, or you understand? Tell me. You understand, correct? He has to be, not that I believe. Roti karta must have knowledge. Correct? Again, repeat. Ghata karta, correct. Matha karta, pata karta, louder last. Pata karta, sarvasya karta. Now you believe or understand? Tell me, is it something to be understood or believed? No. Has to be. Unless there is knowledge, you cannot create. I come to you and you invite me for food. And I said, make some Italian dish. Swamiji, I am a Pakka Gujarati. I can make roti dal, not Italian. I have had many experiences. I studied from my teacher who was from South, Coimbatore. He was from Tamil Nadu. So when I went out after the study to Gujarat, they knew that Swamiji has stayed in South. So when they invite me for Bhiksha, so they want to please me. Swamiji, we will make South Indian item. Mar gaya. I knew I am in for hunger. They may make some dosa idli and give me sambar. But that sambar is typical Gujju dal. I will ask them, what is this? Sambar, Swamiji. So I have to do adhyaropa of sambar on dal. It is like that army joke, There was a war going on and the commander said no more, food was not good and every day he used to get complaints. He was so annoyed with the complaint. Shut up, this is what it is and eat. You have to fight it out. Don't come to anybody, any one of you don't come to me with a complaint about the food. If you come, I will punish you. Everybody ate and one day one soldier came. Sir, he got wild. He had a stress about the strategy and we are fighting the battle and all. I told you not to come with any of these complaints. Yes, I know, sir, but please test. I don't want to test. Whatever you eat it up. Sir, please. He tested. What's the problem? Again, double anger. How can you expect better than this? This is the best soup that I ever had. The soldier said, sir, I fully agree. Then what's the problem? Cook says this is morning coffee. Similarly, they give me dal and I have to eat at sambar. So knowledge is required. So Ishvara is Sarvagna, is knowledge. Second part, you may have knowledge, but you should have power, resources and the strength. Suppose the pot maker doesn't have hands, he cannot make the pot. So he should be Ghata Shaktiman. Ghata Karta, Ghata Shaktiman. Pata Karta, Pata Shaktiman. Matha Karta, Sarvasya Karta. That's fine. Now second step. The unique aspect of our dharma. Any creation, listen this carefully, requires two causes. Not only knowledge, but you should have material to create. If the knowledge is there, material is not available, how can you create? You want to create like a typical monsoon season, the fellow wants a pakoras and garam masala chai. And he tells his spouse that makes a chai and masala pakoras. She says, I can't make pakoda because atta nahi hai. She knows how to cook, but material is not there. इसे जरा आलू पकौड़ा बनाओ, बोला घर में आलू ही नहीं है. बोला आज मटर पनीर खिलाओ, बोले मटर है लेकिन पनीर नहीं है. She knows how to cook, but material is required. That second cause is called material cause, in Sanskrit upadana karanam. None of these religions have thought of that. They only say God sitting in heaven created the world. Our Shastra says not sitting in heaven. Look at this. Where did he find that material to create? The answer is, if he find outside himself or herself, whoever the God, Bhagavan may be, that means somebody has already created and he becomes a contractor, not Ishvara. The answer our scripture gives is, Bhagavan created out of himself. How? Like you, every day or some days in deep sleep, Suddenly you create a dream world. In your dream you have a car and you are at a gas station and filling up the gas. You don't put something from here for my car. You are the car. You are the gas. You are the road. Everything is out of you. In other words, you only, listen to the sentence, I am correcting myself. You only express yourself as a car. You only express yourself as the sun and the moon and the mountain and the roads and everything, rivers. You only manifest as that in dream world. Whole creation is like that. That being a case, if I ask you, tell me, can anything in your dream be away from you? Yes or no? Little louder. Yes or no? No. It is your manifestation. If the whole creation is Ishvara's manifestation, nothing is away from Bhagavan. Therefore, now last point. Everything is manifestation of Bhagavan, therefore we worship everything. Hindu culture. We pray to Surya also. We pray to Namaste Vayo. We worship water also. We worship mountain also. We worship cows also. We worship snakes also. We worship ocean also. In your dream, or you imagine all this. That is you only. Just as the whole dream is your manifestation, whole creation is Bhagavad manifestation. And that is why for a Hindu, everything is pujya, not bhogya. This is a unique culture. And that fact has to be discovered by studying the Shastra. And therefore there are not many gods. Only one and the only one Ishvara manifests as many. It is expression of one and only one. That is called as Advaita. And last but not least, never say that we are idol worshippers. Nobody is idol. When I led my delegation to Israel, this Abrahamic religion, all the three, Judaism, Christianity and Muslims, they say God is formless. And we are not idol worshippers. In fact, Muslims destroyed our temples because they think idol worshippers are kafirs. Therefore, idol they have to destroy, murtis. They don't understand simple fact. Human heart always requires some form to express emotions. When you love somebody, love is not seen per se. The expression of love is seen through a form. Language is a form. Tone, speaking tone is also form. Like you want to give something, food. La, khalo. That's not an expression. Tone. Khalo is one thing. But tone is different. Tone expresses your moods, your emotions. Certain sentences in certain tones may look simple, it may be sarcastic. It may be out of anger. You gift people bouquet you give or you give some vastu, it is expression of your emotion. Bouquet becomes a carrier of our emotions. You may give a most costly gift because that person is closest. That costly item is not important. That item becomes a carrier. The value of the object is not there. How much you value the person. That will decide what valuable gift you give. Similarly, to express our emotions to Bhagavan, we need a form. Like even if we Hindus are idol worshippers, whole world is idol worship. How? Like even every country has their national flag. And on some day, the day of the Independence Day or whatever, they all salute. Now tell me, do a citizen salute a piece of cloth? Yes or no? No. To you it looks it is a piece of cloth. In that person who salutes in his heart, salute goes to national pride. Salute goes to martyrs. It doesn't go to piece of cloth. You give respect not to a piece of cloth but to the nation. In English there is a word you transcend. Similarly, when we do Abhishek on Shivalinga, when we do Namaskar to Radha Krishna or Sita Ram, it is not the Murti that we worship. For us it is Bhagavan that goes Namaskar. So we are not idol worshippers, we are Bhagavan worshippers. And they also have a form. A Christian will do like this. They wear a cross. If that is Bhagavan, in India, every telephone ka khamba cross. It is not Bhagavan. The Muslims say we don't have form, but they always do namaz facing Makkah. That is the form. Why should you face that? You need a form to express anger, any emotion, respect. Now they gave me garland, that's a respect. Expression of a form. Somebody may do this here, Chandanam, that's an expression of emotions. You hug a person, that's an expression of emotions. Emotional expression require a form. It is not the form. The word is you transcend the form and convey the emotions. So we are not Murti Pujakaha, we are Bhagavad Pujakaha. With these words I conclude. I had requested them to have last 15 minutes for question and answer session. I would be happy to have some interactions rather than me just giving a talk. So should you have any questions based on the talk or otherwise, you may ask me.
First, I would like to say thank you so much, Swamiji, for your wisdom and simple explanations of what can be complex topics. Namaste, everyone. My name is Reena Patel. I'm an active member of the HCC Youth Club. At this time, I would like to ask Swamiji a couple of questions that were submitted in advance. The first question is, in reincarnation, you are reincarnated into an animal based on your habits. So when you are
can you go a little slower?
Yes.
There's a lot of echo. I can't get you what you're talking.
Okay. In reincarnation, you are reincarnated into an animal based on your habits. So when you are reincarnated back into a human.
Somebody repeat slowly. A lot of You tell me that.
Is it better?
looks like, but when you start, it's not like okay.
In reincarnation, you are reincarnated into an animal based on your habits. So when you are reincarnated back into a human.
Reincarnation.
Yeah, when are you like back into a human? Is what the question is.
When are you back into human?
Yeah.
Okay. Good question. See, one of the unique aspect you please tell the second question and you can be seated. She has only one?
Yeah, there is a few more questions.
Just be seated. It will take 5-7 minutes to answer this. As I mentioned, I can talk many things about our dharma, and one of them is this reincarnation. Rebirth, we call it, punarjanma. Again, we make a mistake. They say, do you believe in rebirth? And we say yes. And again they say Hindus believe in rebirth and we don't believe. These Abrahamic religions don't believe because they have belief, faith fellows. This is also something to be understood. I told you all the way it is knowledge. This one thing, at least thank God today, it's helping us that modern physics has come to one conclusion. They tried to understand the truth of the objects, came to atoms and protons, and finally they have come to the fact that it is nothing but energy. They say, energy in this form is this particular vastu. It's that energy is, they say, it is indestructible and proven. You cannot destroy it. It's only transformation of energy into different form. It may not be visible to the eyes, but it is. In other words, any object that is, even if so-called destroyed, will be there in other form. Am I right? Yes or no? In other words, if it is always is. Only the form changes. Existence continues. And they also accept if it is, it will be and it was, because this existence is in this form, which was in a previous form. Like even a non-existence cannot create existence. An existence cannot be reduced to non-existence. This is the law. Listen this carefully. What is cannot be brought about from non-is. And what is will be is in future. Do you agree, yes or no?
Yes.
Come on, just 10 minutes, little. Yes or no? Yes. Now, if I ask you, are you is or not? Do you exist or not? Yes. To say I don't exist, you should be there. I am. So when you die, that is I will be there or not? Yes. I will continue in other form. Objects continue as per the law of physics. Individual continue as per the law of karma or law of dharma. That is what we call as reincarnation. And that form can be anything. As our Shastra says, there are 84 lakhs forms. It is depending upon that karma you get human birth. Not necessarily a human being comes back as a human. It is like a crazy ride. Anything, and you can assume any form, depends on the karma phalas. So no guarantee that you will be reincarnated as human being, and this is not a belief, it is knowledge. Because I will be. Non-existence cannot be brought to existence, and existence cannot be reduced to non-existence. Yes, second question.
Thank you, Swamiji. We welcome everyone's questions. Please raise your hand if you would like to ask Swamiji a question.
Yeah, please. You may ask, don't hesitate.
Ask.
Why?
You can stand up and ask from there. You don't have to.
While you're thinking, I can ask other questions. It's okay.
Yeah,
You
go
can
ahead.
ask it later.
Is there anyone else that wants to ask a question? Someone just asked a question. If you have time, ask what happens in the period between time, death, and reincarnation?
Nothing happens, travel. There is only a travel. It's mentioned in the Shastra, it is like your modern GPS, you know. Before you leave, you put your GPS. And then you start. They say before Jivatma leaves this a given body, GPS is set. He or she travels to next body. Nothing happens. He is on a travel. Transit visa.
The second question is, how would you advise the youth who are going to start college to practice Sanatana Dharma while in college?
What is your, not advice, but I'll use the same word. I have nothing to advise, I teach. I never advise. The one who is to go to college, what is your suggestions or input regarding how a student going to college, how can he or she follow Sanatana Dharma? See, our dharma not only reveals the fact that who am I, it helps us to grow. Listen this carefully, especially students. There are two types of growth. You can say three types. One is a physical growth. You just nourish the body, it grows. You don't have to do anything. Or protect it. From bacteria like COVID, etc. You protect and body grows. There is a second type of growth which a human being has to initiate. What is that growth? That is called emotional growth. What we call it as emotional maturity, or what in modern jargon they call it EQ. What is emotional growth? I would put it in one word: capacity to handle my emotions, capacity to manage my reactions, my instincts. The difference between a human being and all other species is this: they don't have any capacity to manage their emotions. Like even if we show a piece of bread or roti to any given dog across the world, it will start wagging the tail. And it will wag parallel to earth. Nobody wags vertical for a change. New fashion, new identity. It will wag the tail. It feels like barking, it will bark. Param Pujya, Param Shraddheya Guruji, Swamiji has come. Whole family is respectful, but the Chihuahua, Pomeranian especially, is barking only. It will just bark. It feels like barking, it barks. There is no sense to think whether it is proper or improper, whether should I or should I not, whether it's good or bad. There is nothing. It just does it and does it. As a child, we were like that. Every human baby is like that. Feels like telling, tells. The fellow is angry, baby. Sometimes it slaps the mother also. Tells her, I don't like you. And I have seen a toddler of 3 years was waiting for the dad. I was invited for lunch, and the lady drove me and the baby was with us, and something mother denied in my presence. Like mother threatening. Now daddy will come, I will tell daddy about your complaint. So baby tells to mom, now let daddy come, I will tell about your complaint. And the baby told daddy the complaint. And you know, next second sentence, everybody was shocked. The baby says, Dad, I hate this mother. Get me a new mother. I don't like this mother. It is what we call it as childish. It can be like that. That emotions, one denial, all the love, all the care, all the concern is thrown out. Momentarily, one emotion, the baby succumbed to that and said, I don't like you. But that sentence, I hate you, at 25, at 40, indicates lack of emotional growth. Human being must learn to manage their emotions. There is always sibling rivalry. Fight with the siblings for small thing, one toffee, or I want to sit here. The other fellow also says, I want to sit there only. Insignificant things became too big to be unhappy. That is emotional immaturity. This age, when you enter university or you are in the final years of high school, it's an emotional turmoil years. Hindu Dharma, to practice Hindu Dharma means to manage such emotions. That's what you have to learn. I should not be driven by my mind. I should drive the mind. It is like, sometimes people have dogs as a pet and they take the dog for a walk. But sometimes I see who takes whom for a walk. Dog takes the mistress for a walk. She says, go this way. Dog says, no, I want to go this way. Similarly, I say it is my mind. Mind doesn't say you are mine. I am the master. Car should not take me for a drive. I should take the car for a drive. Develop the mastery slowly over the mind. That is the right way of Hindu life. And for that, you have to understand certain facts. And second means is prayer. Our prayers are meant not to ask something. Hey Bhagavan, I have not prepared 12th chapter. Please see that no question comes from the 12th chapter. Hey Bhagavan, if I get this much marks, I will break a coconut for you. It is not that. You seek a God, give me strength that I can manage myself, my emotions, my instincts, my reactions. For that there is a prayer. So at least pray daily and ask this, help me to manage myself. You may become a president of a country. But if you can't manage yourself, you will destroy the country also. There are nth number of examples like that. And classic example is our good old Ravana. He had a whole thing, everything available. He could not manage himself and got killed and destroyed the whole clan. So, have a habit of prayers. Seek from Bhagavan, help me to manage my emotions. If there is one, okay.
Thank you, Swamiji. We have past index cards if anyone wants to write them down for further questions. Okay, for our next question, how can they integrate the Hindu Dharma as part of their college life?
How can
they integrate the Hindu Dharma as part of their college life?
As I said, college life, you have to integrate in life, don't segregate to college life. It is your life. You have to grow emotionally. Especially in a college life, don't get carried away by certain emotions. Don't let yourself lose with certain emotions. And if you ask me, Hindu Dharma, traditionally, our school and college life was confined to Gurukulam. And that is called Brahmacharya Ashrama. And how Brahmachari means a student. How a student should be. There is a Subhashitani. Sukharthinaschet kuto vidya, vidyarthinaschet kuta sukha. They used to live a simple life committed to knowledge, pursuit of knowledge. College life here has two things available. Best education is available and best pleasures are also available. Hindu Dharma says better study thoroughly and then have it later. So live a life of austerity, a life of commitment to the knowledge. That would help you to discover certain facts about yourself also. And make the life better if you focus on education itself. Okay. Is there still one?
Last question.
Okay.
On the festival days and other days like full moon, new moon, and Ekadashi, why are we advised by our parents not to eat outside food?
Parents themselves don't know. That's a problem. Therefore, this is half truth. If I understood the question properly, not to eat outside on Ekadashi. Why? That's a question. In fact, why Ekadashi? No day you should eat outside. There is something called shuchi, something called purity. And it has been proven, as they say in Sanskrit, ahara shuddhau sattva shuddhi. When the food is pure, your mind becomes pure. Not only the food, but the one who prepares the food, his or her intentions are also important. So when you eat outside, that shuchitva, purity, I mean pavitrata, not cleanliness I am talking. They may not maintain that pavitrata, therefore they say don't eat outside. And Ekadashi day, please understand what is fasting. People do this. The right word is upavasa. Okay? What is the meaning of upavasa? Upa means samipe. Vasa, to abide closer. To whom? To abide closer to Bhagavan. That is upavasa. Upa samipe jiva ishvarayoho vasaha iti upavasa. Fasting helps you to focus on Ishvara. And therefore it is upvasa on Ekadashi or whatever day. And when you do upvasa, the objective is to be closer to Bhagavan. And when you eat outside food, since that food may not have shuchitva, you may not have that focus. And therefore they say don't eat. But right, proper upvasa is not to eat at all, outside or inside. We Indians are very smart, you know. Ekadashi fasting day, they call faral. In India, farali pizzas are available. What is a upvasa? It's no use. Farali laddus are there, everything is available, so-called farali. That's not upvasa. Then better go to Italian store and have pizza upvasa straight rather than doing this pranayama. Okay, I think you received one more question.
So I'm going to try with this handwriting. It is beautiful, I will say. It's two questions. First one is, what is the importance of nitya karma in holding up one's dharma? And there is one more. In a world where narrations are heavily dominated by Abrahamic religions, how does practices and community help retain dharma? So nitya karma's importance.
Please understand the spirit or vision behind nitya karma. That form may have to change. Right word would be kartavya karma, to be done action. And there are two types, nitya and naimittika. Certain kartavyas are to be done daily and certain kartavyas are to be done on a certain days, in a certain situation, at a certain place. Nimitta is necessary. We human beings are basically a consumer. We are receiver. We keep receiving from the whole universe for our growth and for our survival. One simple example of Nitya Karma and this receiver I can give. A little grown-up baby needs milk, and a grown-up person also needs milk for tea, coffee, etc. Now you don't know. You get a milk from a pouch in a shop, but that milk came from which cow you do not know. So while you grow and while you survive, sustain, you are indebted to so many things. The oxygen that you take, I am indebted to this whole plant kingdom. Which plant took away my carbon dioxide? I don't know. We are indebted to animal kingdom. We are indebted to plant kingdom. We are indebted to these natural forces, is Vayu, Surya, Chandra, Agni, etc. We keep receiving from them. You are indebted to whole body of knowledge. You know, like this mobile which you have today. Originally they had discovered valves. From valves there used to be big radios. I remember we had such a big radio. In those days they used to have a showcase, and that showcase would be locked. Then the transistors came. Then the chip came, and then the nanotechnology came. All those scientists who work for that, we are indebted. All medical science, we are indebted to all of them. So, Nitya Karma is an expression of gratitude, an expression of our contribution to all those factors towards whom I am indebted to. As I said, one example, you don't know which cow's milk you are taking for tea, coffee. So back in home you will see, every day they will have first roti for Gau Mata, expressing my gratitude. We offer water to Surya Devata and do namaskar. It is not that the sun needs water. Expression of my gratitude, acknowledgement that because of sunlight, solar power, I am surviving. Thus, Nitya Karma is primarily expression of gratitude or contribution to the totality. Second question. When the Abrahamic religions are dominating, that means you should be more strong. That's not an excuse. The problem with Hindus are they themselves don't understand Dharma. We are unfortunately holding on to forms, but not the spirit behind the forms. Like even today I told you why we are having so many Bhagavans. It is not many Bhagavans. So, if you want to protect, at least study our Shastra, Bhagavad Gita and Upanishad. That is the real spirit of Dharma. Not just Ramayana, Bhagavatam, Katha. We go to temple, offer water to Shivji, Abhisheka and Bilva and Ekadashi we do. But why we are doing? What is the purpose behind? That you should understand. And living it by example would be the best way to support it. These Abrahamic religions, as I said, they are faith-based religion. and we are knowledge tradition. So you have to have knowledge and then hold on to forms. Otherwise, there are so many forms. Unfortunately, across America, one form is Garba, Navratri. But I don't know why we are doing this. It has been reduced to a dance and fashion parade, new Chaniya Choli. It is not meant for that. So they have resources and they have, it seems there is a mandate by their masters that you should convert people. Because it's a faith religion. Since we are knowledge religion, knowledge-based dharma, we don't go out to convert, but at least we should see that our children get it. That is our Pitru Runam. For generations, dharma was passed on by parents to the children. So we have to understand and study Gita. Nowadays, it is much easier. Formally, you can study only when a Swami comes. Now all Swamis are available on YouTube. So you have to listen to them, think over them, assimilate the wisdom. That's the only way. And help in certain organized approaches. These religions are organized. And they have organized aggressive projects to convert. So we have to counter aggressively through certain groups which are working in America also. That also you need to contribute. Individually, not that I live by that, but as a member of the society, I should join the group also. Namaste.
Swamiji, we have one more question from the audience. In this modern day or Kali Yuga, to eat eggs, meat, fish is normal called fashion. That's what they say. You can get protein. Do you think this is true? What is good, vegetarian or non-vegetarian diet these days?
American sofas are really like our Godiyas, It is difficult to come out. See, first of all, I would like to say this. Always be cognitive. When you give up something, you should have reason for it. And when you adopt something, you should have clarity about it. Vis-a-vis. We generally give up without thinking and adopt without thinking. Coming back to this statement, it's a big topic. I used to take half a day workshop for students on this issue. But both ways you can look at it. They eat non-veg except, first of all, you should know for millennia, our country was vegetarian, millennia. Not because we were vegans. It was purely out of religious understanding. And they are non-vegetarian because of the religious belief. There is a fundamental difference. They think, or there is a theological understanding that God created man in His image and the world is for man's consumption. The whole world is for human. I have had attended 10, 15 years ago, there were so many conferences going on ecology. I had been to Geneva and France and a few other countries, and India also. In all these ecological conferences, they focus on the effect of ecological disturbances in human life. They don't talk of anybody else. They think human beings occupy special biological space in this universe and we have right to kill and eat. They are meant for our eating. Our vision is each and everything inert or sentient is nothing but manifestation of divine. We don't say that we are special, and we never say it is meant for our consumption. And we accept the law of karma, therefore we accept papam and punya. So we were primarily vegetarian because we never said we are unique. Coming back to this argument, protein. Not only protein, there are so many things they say. You need to eat eggs and this and that. Vegetarian diet has a deficiency of these things. I have only one argument. If it was true, all of us would have been physically handicapped. But our ancestors were all vegetarian for millennia. So we should have been born protein deficient by birth. That's not true. And the highest protein containing or the strongest animal on the earth is elephant, which is 100% vegetarian. The most powerful, we measure the power of our engine. We create engines and we say horsepower. Nobody says cheetah power, tiger power, lion power. That horse is vegetarian. You go to desert, camels are vegetarian. It's a wrong thinking. Without this diet, we need dietary supplement in terms of eggs and all. It's all lobbies, justification. Third, last and most important from global point of view, I have a report tabled in UN 22 to 23 years ago, proven report, red meat animals, because when you eat meat, it's a red meat. The gases released by red meat animals, the green gases, and the impact that they cause on ecological imbalance is 27 times more than all our industrial pollution. So if the world, even 10% of the 20% of the world turns to vegetarianism, ecological problem will be solved. It's wrong to be. And in terms of conservation of resources, let's take just one simple example. We are always advised as a human being that you should drink at least 3 to 4 liters of water per day. These animals, cows and buffaloes and all that, they take 8 to 10 liters per day. We eat generally 1 to 2 kg of food per day. They eat minimum 15 to 20 kg fodder and few other things. Minimum, generally, it's a healthy cow. Now, to eat beef, they slaughter. When they slaughter a cow, it is weighing, actually, keeping aside the bones and other structure, they get hardly 3 to 400 kg of meat. To get that 400 kg of meat, the cow has to be adult for 4 years. Now, multiply 365 into 4. It is almost 1260 days. Multiply 1260 days into 10 liters of water and 20 liters of food. That much, forget about the gas. That much natural resources are wasted for 3 to 400 kg of meat. Almost 10 times. It is like dehydrating the milk, making it a milk powder, and then again making milk out of it. Natural resources are wasted. And you may Google it and find it out. About 10, 12 years ago, California has a lot of animal breeding farms. Because the weather is conducive, cows and things, because they can't survive in Poconos when there is a winter and all. So, there was water shortage because of this breeding. Eating eggs, you may ask a gynecologist or ask a lady who has delivered a couple of babies. A woman in any species, female is drained out when she conceives and delivers. A hen, poor hen, when she delivers an egg, she is also drained out. They give hormonal food and injections so that you get 10 more eggs. It's just heinous crime to punish this poor hen just for few eggs. And by eating non-veg, as my Guruji used to say, you are converting your stomach into graveyard. All deads only go. Anatomically also, your human body is not cut out for non-vegetarian. We don't have necessary acids to digest meat. All those animals which are carnivorous, think of this, dogs and cats and lions and tigers, even some of the birds. Did you ever see they are cooking the meat and eating? They eat the raw meat. Their system supports, intestine-wise, liver-wise, everything, it is there. Our whole anatomy is similar to herbivorous animal. We have to cook and eat. Cannot digest. Each and every carnivorous animal has a canine teeth. So they have to tear the meat. Our teeth are not like that. All anatomy is different. So, nth number of reasons are there. And it's a misuse of strength to kill an animal. Because we have buddhi, we have hands, kriya shakti. With the buddhi we invented guns and things like that. Suppose all the deers had a gun. Imagine hunting season in America. This 420, 30 million will not be there now. Next year it will be hardly 300 million because deers hunted the human. If you want to eat, go to jungle barehanded and kill them and eat like that as they eat. So it's a strong person should be more compassionate and wiser. should be more gentle, not more brute. So we should eat, and nothing wrong. Go out to jungle and kill with the hands. Not with the guns, not with the weapons. That's improper. I have so many arguments. Some of the videos are available on YouTube. You may have a look at it. But it's a wrong belief that vegetarian diet is incomplete diet. It's not true.
Thank you so much, Swamiji, for all the questions you answered, even the extra ones. Now I would like to invite Megan, the